Hey, AP World History Scholars, I'm Miss Ziegler, the Time Machine teacher, and on this channel, we will be talking about everything AP World History to get you ready for the big exam. So in this series, you will have shorter videos that will cover each document of the DBQ, and then the very last video will be a little longer, and that will be where we'll go over how to put the DBQ all together. So be sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a thing. Now let's go check out some documents. In a minute, I'm going to put the document on the screen. What I want you to do is pause the video, read the document, and then you're going to do three things. You're going to jot down your describes, what you would use to support your DBQ, and the explains part. Alright? The DBQ prompt is explain the positive and negative effects of imperialism. So keep that in mind. You're looking for positive and negative effects of imperialism in these documents. To describe, you're just telling me the main idea. For the support, you're going to actually pull something from the document. And for the explains, you're looking for point of view, audience, purpose, or historical context. All right, pause the video as soon as the document comes up. Here it is. Okay, welcome back. So let's look at this. This document is from a West African nationalist, and it says colonialism's greatest misdeed was to have tried to strip us of our responsibility in conducting our own affairs and convince us that our civilization was nothing less than savagery. So we've seen that a little bit before. Right? Savages. Thus giving us complexes which led us to being branded as irresponsible and lacking in self-confidence. The colonial powers had assimilated each of their colonies into their own economy. That means that they took the colonies' economies and kind of like put it into their own, okay? Assimilated, put it into their own. Our continent possesses tremendous reserves of raw material, and they, together with its potential sources of power, give it excellent conditions for industrialization. So how would you describe this? Well, he's basically saying that the colonizers made the Africans look like they were irresponsible and they couldn't take care of themselves, but in reality, they had enough resources that they would have been able to industrialize if they would have just been given that choice. So that could have been your description. Then for supporting, we see that he's got the negative effect here of the loss of rights. And that's probably what I would use with that for supporting, because we have other documents that talk about that. So you could say that that was justified because they were branded as savages. Then for point of view, well, who is he? He is African. So his point of view is going to be from an African's perspective, and he believes that Africans would be able to industrialize on their own had they been allowed to do so. Why does he believe this? Well, because he's African, he is a nationalist, and as a nationalist, he believes in nationalism, which means that each African country would govern themselves and they would be their own entity, not have colonialism. He has a nationalistic output. So remember we talked about nationalism versus patriotism and how nationalism is pride in your country and pride in being who you are. That's kind of what he's saying. If we would have had a chance to govern ourselves and to industrialize ourselves, we could have done that. We're not, in fact, lacking self-confidence or lacking responsibility.